lot on this table, but there can only be one show.
MTCB.
It's time for the Money Mine Mastery Podcast.
Hey man, let's get it. What's going on, everybody? My name is MP,
I'm Stefan.
and today and forever we are the Triple M's
Podcast, baby.
And man, today we got a real special guest who killed us earlier this morning. Those duck walks, which I'll post in this video maybe, killed me. Stefan was lucky enough to not to have experienced that. You know, bring us back to our roots. So
It killed me that this is our second take, bro. Oh my gosh. So funny story before we start. How long? 10 minutes into recording?
That was a good 10-minute recording session.
Yeah. So this is the second take for this interview. I forgot to press record. I'll blame Kent because he killed us.
Yeah.
But before we'll do it again. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Do all of that.
Do all that first,
Please.
and then you can listen.
But first, you have to subscribe. And comment and like and share this with your
Make
tita,
sure it's recording.
Tito. And is it recording?
Yeah, it is recording.
Yeah. Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Yeah. If you're a sound engineer and you want some pro bono work, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's why we need someone, bro.
Exactly.
No, but let's get into it,
let's
man.
Get into it, bro.
I'm excited for our guest again. No, it is. It's a pleasure and an honor to have my little bro, my friend, a good friend of mine, from Calgary, Alberta, man, hometown hero.
Represent.
He is a professional boxer, 1-0 with 1 KO. How many was that percentage on that knockout?
It's 100. It's
Easy. 100. 100%
Something
KO
like that.
ratio. And
like
he
that.
did it in unfamiliar territory was it Manila?
Yeah.
Manila,
practically.
Philippines. So he is a 2-time Golden Gloves champion. Damn. 1-time provincial champion.
Mm-hmm.
Canadian Olympic qualifier semifinalist.
Tell him.
Olympics, baby. Again, he's from Calgary, Alberta. Mr. Kent Polines, baby.
Welcome.
Thank you.
No.
Welcome
Thank you
again.
for having me again. and again and again.
Get in the game, man. We can do this all day,
The
baby.
second time.
Light work.
No,
So-
I'm pumped to have you on, man, because like what I was saying earlier, like the way you trained us today, bro, you killed us. We emptied the gas tank, you know. We
Yeah.
put us on E.
Yeah. That's why I didn't record.
Do you put all your students through that?
Yeah, and more sometimes. Well, not all the time.
No, just say yes. Just say yes, man. Come on, bro. We look weak.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yes.
We always look good in the beginning, but then at the end of the hour, it's like,
Oh, man.
man, our hands are down. We're just getting tagged left and
Exactly
right,
what I
you know?
told you.
It's all about how you finish, not
Yes,
how you
sir.
start, right?
Which is
All day.
important.
No, all day, man. And let's get into it, man. SB Elite it, like, lead the way. Show us the way.
I'll
Yes,
ask you
Kuya.
this question again. So, no, as a professional boxer, of course, we all have our beginnings. So, talk about how you got into boxing.
How I got into boxing was just like most Filipino kids growing up watching Manny Pacquiao. He was my idol, right? And he was a big part and a big reason as to why I got into boxing. I always liked to, fight, had some aggression and stuff. But he was the reason why I was very interested in boxing.
Right.
So, he's the reason why, I guess.
Just like most Filipinos, man.
Exactly, man. Those parties would be nuts, though, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be like a whole family gathering. Our titos and titas there, the pulutan, the meals. Oh my God.
Oh my, the
Everyone's
lechon.
shadow
the-
boxing.
Everyone's
on the
shadow
thing, bro.
boxing. All the titas are yelling, Upakan, hit him! Kill him! Kill him! That's just entertainment alone right there. you
Yeah.
know?
Just straight up.
No, the thing with him, because, when he fights in the Philippines, there's 0 crime rate. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, these kidnappers are taking a break watching Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah,
And it's not
exactly.
even a joke.
No, it's true. That's real life, man. Like everyone's watching him.
His influence is
Hometown
big.
hero.
Real life hero. He's
Now,
a hero.
well, before we move on, did you watch the last fight with Marquez? Was that with everyone, like with all the titos and titos?
Yeah.
What happened? Bro, I'll tell you mine, bro.
The
It happened, the whole room, bro, quiet, bro.
Silent. Crickets.
I cried.
Yeah, no, it's depressing, bro. He did the plank.
Yes,
I thought he wasn't gonna get up.
Yeah,
That was a perfect punch, bro.
it
Beautiful
was.
punch, man. But it was heartbreaking to see like our hometown legend just
fall.
going down like that.
Yeah.
You know. Damn, man. It's okay, man. It's the sport.
It happens.
These things
It's
happen,
part
you
of
know? Exactly.
And
man.
his comeback was just as good though. So.
Yeah.
100%.
So you said you started. Manny Pacquiao was your inspiration, and how old were you when you started boxing?
I was 17
Okay.
years old when I first started. I walked into a gym. My very first gym was a Calgary Boxing Club.
My club, CBC. Shout outs.
Yeah, represent. So that was that. I walked in, hit the bag, right? They let me in, and then they saw me hit the bag, and I guess they saw something because
Okay.
they just told me to like, hey, join the fighters. You know?
Right away, like first
Yeah,
day.
Yeah, I was like,
Damn.
okay, I'm gonna do it. And then second day, I sparred. It was,
Like,
it was crazy.
no,
It was crazy.
really?
Yeah,
Oh.
they made me spar.
Did you have any experience before going into that gym, or were you just like brand new raw? You just
I had a lot of
Like street fights.
no, not like Walmart boxing experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Walmart boxing.
Well, sometimes those are even more, because bro, it's more gruesome sometimes,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It is. It's tiny gloves, no headgear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No mouth guard.
Yeah, exactly.
So you
Just
walked.
raw.
You sparred your first day. I mean, second day.
Yeah.
And how long till you actually got your first amateur fight?
2 months.
2 months.
2 months
Damn.
since then.
Quick.
Yeah.
That's really quick. Yeah, for 2 months of just training, you just put your head, you dive deep into it, you know?
Yeah.
And how was your first fight go? Like, did you feel nervous? How was that? How's that experience?
I was nervous. I was like very nervous, but also confident in the work that I put in because I made sure that no one worked harder than me in the gym.
Tell us about a story of that your first fight, because
Oh, okay.
it's really interesting, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the story until he
Okay.
told us.
So my first fight, trained 2 months, right? Same sparring partner for 2 months. And then the day of the fight, they announce who I'm fighting. It's your sparring partner. I'm like, oh, great. Like now we know everything about each other. Everything, every movement, every skill, right? And it was just like that kind of made me more nervous in a way.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay. Because he knows your numbers.
Yeah, exactly. He knows me and I know him, so
Yeah.
it wasn't easy. That's for sure. So
Is he still fighting?
no, not anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore.
So 2 months of training with the same guy just to end up fighting
Yeah.
the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? What happened after the fight?
So after the funny thing was they actually announced him as the winner, right? And then like I was shocked because everyone thought I won. I thought I won. And then the next day, my coach comes up to me and they're like, they announced the wrong winner. You actually won that fight. And I was like, oh, thank Lord. But like, what was that for? You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they could have told me the day of.
I was just gonna say Ryan's gonna hate that announcer if you announced the wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, how can you not? Like,
'Cause-
don't they give you? Do they give them the results or just the winner?
Just the color, So there's blue and red, and we were from the same boxing club. So I think that's what confused them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's probably the announcer's first fight too.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Give him a break.
That was his first one. That must be like, that would have been so weird because like, if you're fighting your sparring partner, you guys train together every single day, and it's just like you're not going 100%. Then one day you just have to flip the switch to actually hurt him.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that must have been hard. Like
you
for
gotta
me,
feel-
especially, like if I have to fight Stefan, I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Because like
but if
after
we got
training
to-
together, you're like, yo, push,
Yeah,
push.
you grow a bond.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Yeah.
push. Yo, easy work for you. This Saturday night, easy work. Who you fighting, bro? You. I'm like,
But that brings the reality of boxing
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah.
that's very true.
well, was that at the time where was how big? Because I know now boxing in Calgary is pretty
It's growing
pretty
a
growing.
lot.
Yeah. So
A
at
lot
the time,
since
that's
then.
probably just handful of gyms. That's why
Yeah.
you probably that's more
Yeah.
common.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Right?
That's true. That's true. So you had your first fight 2 months in. Were you, after you found out that you won, were you still at the gym like every single day? Did you stay
Yeah.
active fighting and all that stuff?
Yeah, every day until like I couldn't. Yeah, I was practically there every day, except for like maybe once or twice a day, right?
Yeah.
I would be there most of the time.
Nice. And how active were you like fighting as an amateur within your first few years? Were you active
my f-
active or?
So my first few years after I took that long break was I fought almost every weekend.
Oh, wow.
Like almost, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was nice just staying busy, staying ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
stay ready, baby.
Yeah, it
Sharp. So before we jumped into your like the actual boxing background, you mentioned one thing that really stuck to us, and you said you are self-trained.
Yeah.
Right? Because when I talked to you earlier about fundamentals, that's something that especially in boxing, that's your root, right? That's you got to build off of that, and especially you got to teach that correctly.
Yeah.
Right? So how were you able to actually teach yourself, especially the fundamentals, before you actually move forward to the advanced stuff?
So like what I did was, since I taught myself, I had YouTube and my little brother at home, right? So I used what I had, all my tools that I had at home, and obviously when I could go to the gym, I would. And like whenever I would go to the gym, the coaches would obviously correct me on the small mistakes I'm doing wrong. So that was that. Like I still had a few coaches here and there, but none of them were consistent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had like Kevin, Terry, Coach George from Olympus. So I had like a few, but no one really stuck with me. So everything else I just learned on my own with my little brother at home.
So what made you actually just do that? Because a lot of people, you can use that as an excuse, right? Especially if you're just starting.
True.
Yeah.
Bro, no one's here to really teach me.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna, it's not really my thing. But for you, you actually wanted that bad, where you just use YouTube, which is a great tool. It's just it's totally different. So what actually made you still continue on boxing?
For me, it was just I saw it as a way out of my like little situation, So I think that's what like separated me from like the other people in Calgary is that like I saw it as a way out, right? And it was like it just became my life after that,
Right.
Life and passion, right?
That's good. A lot of people, it's especially in the States, there's a lot of those types too, where they have no choice but to box. But was that the case for you? Like you just have no choice, where you can just I have to box, or you just this is what you wanted to do?
Yeah, it was my choice, because like right after high school, I had the choice to go back to school, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't want to do that. I want to like pursue something, right? And shout out to my mom for supporting me, because like I had a talk with
Nice.
her, and she was just like, hey, I trust in you, right? And I see that you really want this. So then she trusted me, and I came pretty far. And now I'm doing this.
Came a long way.
Yeah.
Bro, for someone that trained themselves, it's crazy. You'll be able to reach the level that you're at, and the thing is, you're just starting.
Yeah.
It's just
Still
the
got a long
beginning.
way. Yeah,
Exactly.
Still got a long way.
Now, Kent, you mentioned you had a little situation. What kind of situation was that?
It was just like, obviously my upbringing wasn't the best, but it also wasn't the worst. You know what I mean? I had it
course.
rougher than other kids, but right, still had it better than other kids too,
course.
right? But like,
Yeah.
Did you have a lot of anger as a child?
I had a lot of pent up anger growing up. That's why I played sports. Just like that's how I would express myself, was physically.
Yeah.
But I never really wanted to I never really hurt people outside. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I never got into fights. That's why I just turned to sports, and like I just turned to boxing, because you can't really blame anyone but yourself when you make a mistake.
That's true.
Yeah.
Every mistake you make is because of you.
100%.
Yeah.
Right? You can't blame the coach, because the coach is not fighting. It's you.
Because that's
No.
if you're for boxing, what you want to exploit are their mistakes.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah. That's very true.
That's good.
I agree with that 100%.
Made a
So
lot of mistakes there.
I think we all
Time I
do.
spar, Doug, I'm like, Doug, I always blame the other guy, but nah, bro.
No,
It's all you at the end
Your
of the day.
hands up, bro. That's it.
the body's not listening to your brain sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
It happens, especially when you're just exhausted.
You know.
No,
You
because
know?
when I watched the video, like when I first sparred, bro, the coach was talking the whole time. I'm telling you, when I sparred though,
You didn't hear it.
bro,
You'll hear nothing.
zone.
Yeah.
I was trying to survive. I was dying. That's why I have a lot of respect for for you guys, man. It's crazy. But yeah, let's jump into the your boxing background in the amateurs. You pretty much already told us about your first fight and what were you feeling. Talk about the actual, like your actual amateur boxing career, because it's amazing.
It
man.
was so my boxing career as an amateur, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun because like the people I was fighting, they had like more experience than me. They're doing it for years. Like
Yeah.
they grew up boxing.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like there was like me with like my 10 fights against people who had like 50 to 100. You
Yeah.
know, and I was like beating these guys too. So it was just like I knew like I loved it because I got what I put in. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I said earlier, I made sure no one worked harder than me. So
Yeah.
then that came with the wins, right?
It's true.
So,
It really shows though, because like if you're fighting someone that's that took their training half-assed, you can really tell,
oh, you can.
right?
You can.
When you're holding pads for someone and they say they want to fight, but they rarely show up to practice.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what do you mean you want to fight? You sure, bro?
Well, especially that's the thing with fighting. You can do all the talk, but once you get into a ring, bro,
It's
let's
different.
see.
Yeah,
bro.
like
Yeah.
See.
Coach Kevin used to say. He said, boxing reveals who you really are. Once you
Oh,
get in the ring, it reveals who you are.
Percent.
So
I agree with that 100%. It's true, right?
Mm-hmm.
It shows all your training, all your emotions. It shows what kind of person you are.
yeah,
So, how many fights did you have in the amateurs again?
I had
Like in
30.
total?
30.
You had 30 fights
Yeah.
in the amateur, and that seemed, and that's normal, right? Like 30 to 50, 100 fights.
I was just gonna ask, yeah, because in Eastern Europe they do like 300, right?
Oh.
Like in Canadian like boxing, amateur boxing, like what's the let's say the average range?
Average range. Well, right now would be like around like 30 to 50. I guess.
You're still there. You're on the lower side, but you're still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, so 30. So you had 30 amateur fights. How many wins did you have?
I had 27.
Damn.
27 wins.
Dude, your KD ratio high, baby.
Yeah.
Let's
Like
go.
mine, though.
Yeah, right.
0-0 and 0 knockouts, dog. Bro, come on, bro.
So 27 wins, 3 L's. What do you think helped you win so many fights? Like I know you mentioned that you were just very you were outworked everybody, right? And I can tell because like you self-trained yourself. Well, you self-trained yourself. You were self-trained. You really put in that work. Like what were the other factors that really helped you win?
It was probably like the overtime that I put in too. Like I was never satisfied with what I did and accomplished. Right?
Yeah.
Like you always want more. You can't settle.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true.
So that I think it was just like more like mindset for me. The mindset always kept like growing. Right.
Right.
So-
The mind's everything, man.
Sick, because he said he wants to make sure that he works harder than you, right?
Yeah.
That's it. I think that was I think it was Floyd Mayweather. Oh no, that was Kobe. A story about Kobe is I forgot who it was. It was Jay Williams. He said they were gonna play Kobe that same day. The day before, he went to the gym at 5 a.m. just to make sure he gets the shots up. He saw Kobe already.
It's already there.
sweating.
In there. Yeah.
Sweating, bro. Game shots and everything. So he worked out. Once he's done, he was sitting there. He looked at Kobe. Still the same thing. He's doing the same thing. And then at the game, Kobe dropped like 40, right? So he looked at Jay Williams like, bro. So he asked Kobe after. He's like, yo, you're crazy. Why are you doing this, right? Kobe said, bro, I saw you walked in. And I just want to make sure that you know that I always work.
Yeah.
Regardless of how hard you work, I'll always work harder.
harder.
Than you.
Yeah.
That's a good mindset, bro. Mamba mentality, baby. Shout out to Kobe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shout out Kobe.
R.I.P. Yeah.
R.I.P. So you had 30 fights in the amateurs. How do you think that helped you prepare for the pros?
For pro. So I feel like it wasn't the amount of fights I had, it was the people I fought. Like
Quality.
Yeah, the quality over the quantity. Because like 30 is actually very low for someone who wants to turn pro, you know. But like considering the fact that I was beating people with 100 plus fights, sparring people overseas with 100 plus fights, and
Right.
like working and keeping up with them. That's when I knew like I could do something with this. I could turn pro. So
Let's backtrack a little bit. So during your amateur career, was the plan to always go pro?
yeah,
Okay,
it was.
that's the end goal.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's sick.
We'll talk about the like your experience in the amateur career. You said you've pretty much gone. Is it all over North America? You fought?
Yeah.
Mix. Like
Yeah,
you
mix.
went to the States. You've done most of it in Canada. Talk about the difference, because when we were talking, you told us how they're really built different.
Yeah, they are built
Right.
different.
So talk about that difference between the so everyone are aware, because we always want to be better, right? So
Yeah.
whatever we can do better, you can also suggest that. So yeah.
Yeah, so like the difference between like Canadian boxing and US boxing is that like I'm not even gonna lie, it's like the people here are soft. You know what I mean? The
How
sparring.
so? Oh,
I'm soft as hell, dude.
You got pillow hands out in Canada.
It's just like they're hungry, you know. Like they like some people they fight to feed themselves or
Yeah.
feed their family, you know.
True.
And it's just like it's a way out for them over there too. There are
Yeah.
people who live in the gym there. It's they eat, sleep, and breathe boxing.
Right.
You know, for kids here, some of them is just a hobby.
Yeah.
You know.
Fitness.
Nothing
yeah.
wrong with it. It's just it's when you're competing though, you see the difference, right?
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
Like when I was sparring over there, they went 110%. Where in here, it's just like people like to do technical here and there and
Yeah.
stuff like that, tone it down. But there's no such thing.
So it's
like-
all hard sparring every
yeah,
single time.
Yeah.
Damn.
So talk about that experience. Like, where did you go? Like, where did you fight, or where did you like? What? Talk about that experience when you were in the States.
So I fought in New Orleans and I also fought in LA, Compton.
Ooh,
I won. Yeah, it was.
I saw the
pretty-
pictures. That's outdoors, right?
Yeah, it was
That's
out.
sick,
it was
bro.
sick. Both of them were outdoors. Outdoors. Yeah.
So you fought two Americans, or
Yeah, two
you
Americans.
fought your sparring partner? Bro, imagine.
It's the same
Yo, I
guy.
can't wait to go to LA, bro. Get there, you fighting you, bro. Like, man.
Again?
Fuck. So you fought two like from there.
Yeah, and I fought there. I won them all, and then I got to spar some like high ranked amateurs too, like within like the top 5
Yeah,
of my
yeah.
weight class. So it was pretty good too. Like it's just all the experience I just soaked in from there,
would,
right?
man.
I just wanted it all, man.
I saw the video. They called you the little Manny Pacquiao. Is that what they called you?
Yeah, when I was in
I was
New
like,
Orleans.
damn, man,
I was in New
sick.
Orleans, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, man, you must have soaked it all in, just enjoyed that experience because you won't find that. I don't think you'd find that anywhere here. You know?
No.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, let's jump into that. What do you think we can do better here to not be on par, but at least be able
Improve.
to exactly? Yeah.
I feel like what we need to do is just expose it everywhere, every like schools, just like expose it as much as you can, really, and just like have like more committed coaches and people who are actually passionate about it, not just about the business aspect of it, you know. Like people who actually want to make a change in the community, they could do it through boxing too, right? And I feel like we
100%.
need more of that. We need more of that, I feel. So
That's a good it's a good suggestion, bro. That's a lot of it's in the States their mindset is different. Even in basketball is what I noticed, right? That's sports there is big.
Huge, like
And-
football?
and-
Dude,
yeah. So
everything.
Football is the biggest, but you know, even high schools, bro. Stadium packed,
Oh, yeah,
right?
exactly.
So that's that's the one thing I like about that country is just they're really passionate and it really
Very.
shows in their athletes.
it really, yeah.
Dude, yeah. We need that here, though, because, like, I just don't feel a lot of people really support boxing 100%
I was
yet.
gonna
Yeah,
say that
yeah.
the
Right?
support,
The
relaxed
support system, yeah, it's just not there. But it's slowly growing from what I've noticed from, like, the past 2-3 years. And I guess
Yeah.
a lot of it is because of influencer boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, social
know?
media.
Which is good,
I
but we
agree.
need more and more support
Yeah,
from
Hopefully we'll
everybody.
get there. Hopefully we'll get there.
In time.
a few years.
All right. Let's jump into your professional boxing.
Ooh, let's hear it, man.
With only one fight, so but it's an amazing fight to watch, man. I was yelling. I remember that. But yeah, walk us through how you got your first pro fight.
So how I got it was I reached out to an old coach, I guess like someone who trained me a few times here. He moved to the Philippines, so we kept in touch. Shout out Miko. And he helped me get in contact with a few like promoters and big names in boxing back home in Philippines.
Yeah.
And like from there we set it up, and like I went through a training camp for like two months of training camp, and then like the experience itself as a pro, like the change of style is very different too, you know, because as an amateur it's a point system, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a point system, and as a pro these guys are rough and they want to hurt you.
Yeah.
They want to
Yeah.
take you out there, you know, send you in a fucking hospital.
And was that your first? Because you've never boxed in the Philippines, so that when you turn pro, that's your first time actually
Yeah.
seeing the gyms, seeing the gym,
Fall
seeing
down,
the fighters and all that.
Yeah.
The slums, it was crazy. Just the way they trained there too, and the environment they trained in. Like they literally had nothing and they still made it work. You know?
Damn.
Yeah.
Are they built different as well?
You think US is crazy? Go back. There's so much like hidden talent over there.
I get because it's like they have no choice, and
No.
they're
really have no
trying
choice.
to do that to pay for things, you know.
yeah.
So like they have to train.
Yeah.
They want to be the
Manny
next Pacquiao. Exactly. There
Yeah.
you go.
$100
Yeah.
bucks to not $100, 100 pesos, which is $2 to fight. Bro.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
You had no
nothing,
choice.
No, nothing.
You don't fight, you don't eat.
No, yeah, straight
No,
up, man, straight
nothing,
up.
Nothing.
So how was that fight in the Philippines? Like, what was the crowd different? Like, walk us through that, like the whole experience, man.
It was so the first fight, it was good, I guess. So like it was like a movie, you know? So
Yeah.
we were warming up, we were like wrapping up my hands, and then like my guy was taking too long to wrap my hands. He took his sweet time. And then by the time my hands were wrapped, they put on the gloves, and then I hit the pads at least for like 15 to 30 seconds. And they're like, "Hey, hop in." And my opponents, I see him, he's already like sweaty, he's warm,
he's round two.
he's ready to kill.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just there cold because take this in, we're in Philippines, it's hot.
Humid.
And then at the venue there's like it was just AC. It was cold
Yeah.
inside.
Blasting.
Bro, their AC
Yeah.
there is next level too,
Yeah.
though. It's
Yeah.
cold,
Ice cold,
bro.
no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cold.
Damn.
So I walked into the first round just cold and nervous, and like I was panicking. And also one thing was my coach didn't even corner me. It was some random guy who didn't speak English.
Wait, what do you mean? Like you're?
So they just he couldn't meet the requirements to coach, I guess. He was like lacking some
Damn.
paperwork, you know. And it's just like it was rough because it was just me versus
Everyone.
Yeah.
Because did you have family watching that fight?
Yeah, they flew from
Okay.
where I'm from. and-
Like your. Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
like my family over there. So it was good. I had a few supporters. They're actually surprised that I had supporters all the way there.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, because you're the foreigner.
yeah.
So
I was
the
on
guy that you
east
fought
side.
is actually from there. Like the
He's from
Philippines.
there, yeah. Born and raised, hungry.
Home, you went to this home turf, bro.
Yeah, and he was
Home
a hungry
turf.
guy too. Just after hearing his life story too is rough, you know. It was rough. He fought to feed himself, I was told,
Wow.
you know.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty rough.
Was
So-
that his first pro debut as well?
His first pro fight as well, and he was coming off of a win streak too. Off an amateur
For
win
amateurs?
streak. Yeah.
So he was-
Amateur.
yeah.
He was really good. He was a really good.
So how did the
fighter.
fight go?
It was rough, and like when I was in the fight, you could tell everyone was against me because like there was this one shot he didn't hit me with, but he kind of like he threw a hook and he like pushed my head, and then I did like a somersault. It wasn't like
Saw
a
that.
clean hit.
Right.
He just took my head, pushed me down, and it did like a somersault.
Knockdown.
They counted it as a knockdown.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I got up, and then I guess legally this is a knockdown, but like the second time I got knocked down, he hit me with a shot, but when he hit me, I tripped, and then I fell, and then they counted a knockdown.
They counted
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, so from there I knew like, okay, I had to knock this guy out. It
Yeah.
can't
That's
go
it, bro.
to yeah,
It's because 4 rounds, right?
Yeah, 4
That's it. With
rounds.
2 KDs, the best you get is draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
So what did you do though?
just
I remember. I still watch that stuff.
just replays over in your head, huh?
Yeah, bro.
But, like,
I do that a lot.
What I did, I knew I had to just bring it to him, you know, because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, when you're in panic mode as a fighter, all you know is fight,
Right.
You know,
The
so
dog
yeah,
came out.
so you just got I had to bring it out, and like it was rough because I didn't have the guy in the corner. I had just some random tito pouring water in my
Tito
head.
boy.
that probably never even fought.
No,
Yeah.
none,
You know what I mean?
none.
But they know a lot.
Yeah.
It's always like that. But yeah, go ahead.
No, it really was. So it took me up until the 4th round to stop him. Really, yeah. I just
Damn.
constant pressure. You know, and
amazing.
I was warm by the end of the second.
Yeah.
right?
And now, let me ask you this, because like I never had like an actual official fight yet. But before you knocked him out, like did you just know, like you could just see it in his eyes that like he
Yeah.
is about to go down?
Yeah, he
like, he's
didn't want it.
done.
None
Bro,
of that,
he hit him. His leg was straight. Bro, he got hit. This guy went like this, yo.
Really?
Like he looked at his corner. He's like, "What's up, bro?"
and the thing is, okay, so in a fight, if you're hurt, you're supposed to keep like. If you hurt someone, you're supposed to keep going. Yeah. So
Bro.
what I did, I hurt the guy, and then they gave him a 1-minute break. I
'Cause he turned his-
What?
Yeah, I cut his face open, and then he walked away, and then I was gonna keep going, and then the ref is just like, "Stop, give him a break." I'm like,
Dude, they're
Yeah.
against you.
"Yeah,
Oh, bro,
you could watch it. You could watch the fight. I'll send you guys a link. It was pretty.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
They wanted him to win.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
That says a lot, bro. Because we'll talk about the fight. So he turned his back and then
And then
Did they count it as a knockdown? At
No,
least?
they didn't count. none
Bro,
of
that should have been a
as
knock.
yeah.
That would have been an 8 count at
Yeah,
least.
they didn't
Bro,
even
this ref
count
was
him.
like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
Yes, asthma attack. Give him his inhaler. Like,
Yeah, give it to
like,
Bro,
bro.
you okay, huh? Dude, that's crazy. So, but you could tell that you broke him. Like as soon as you're just
was
laying it on
dying.
him, like I got this.
Yeah,
How did that feel, bro?
it felt empowering, man. Like
Let him know. Let him know.
Powering you up.
it was just like a sign of relief too. I saw his face. I'm like, he don't want it anymore.
That's it.
But I want to just stop him, right, in front
Yeah.
of everyone, in front of his own.
Make a
home
statement.
crowd. Yeah,
You know?
So I did that, right. And I got a lot of love after that. So it was.
Bro, that says a lot, man. I want to congratulate you because, bro, literally no one was rooting for you.
No.
No one.
You're foreign
Bro.
territory, even though you're from there.
Your coach
you know?
wasn't there.
Yeah.
Your Tito was there coaching though.
Right? Doesn't
they-
even know your name.
They wrapped your hand for 4 rounds. Now you got 30 seconds to warm up. The
Yeah.
guys warmed up.
Yeah.
So you essentially your first round was your warm up.
Yeah.
He knocked you down
Twice,
twice, where arguably is probably not a knockdown. And the ref, when you stop, he turned his back. That should be.
I could have
that
stopped
should-
him. I
Well,
could
no,
have
when you
stopped
turn
him.
your back, bro, that's it, bro. He doesn't
no,
want
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Right, he
Exactly.
turned his back. The ref didn't even count as a knockdown,
No,
and he
that's-
said, "Let him rest."
Yeah.
Bro, those right there,
Corrupt.
those are all. And you you had no option. Your only option was to knock him out, and you did it, bro.
Yeah.
So
Congrats, bro. Props to you, Ken. That's some good shit, bro.
Thank you.
And question about that, man, because like as a fighter, you always want to look back at your fights and think about the things that you could have done better.
Yeah.
I'm sure you watched your fight numerous
Yeah, I have,
times.
yeah.
What are some things that you learned about yourself from that pro fight?
Well, a good thing is that I don't give up. That's the one good thing, right?
100%.
And just one of the things was just staying calm in there. I mean, as hard as it is,
super hard. Yeah, go
you just have to think in there too. Because I did make some mistakes where it's just like, if he was thinking just like I was, he probably could have like hurt me too.
Right.
There's a few times where I could have got hurt that I saw, right? But he didn't take advantage of it, which thank God he didn't. Right?
Yeah.
But,
But he had all the advantage. First of all,
Oh, exactly.
to be honest, like
Hometown.
he should have won that fight. He's just built different, bro.
Exactly, man. He got that dog
got-
in him.
He got everything
A little
for
bit, a
him. He
little
got
bit.
everything for him. I
Yeah.
guess this is a good. It's a good segue, bro, because you've been dreading, and when you called me, I was dancing. You didn't see me though, but I was dancing. Bro. So,
Doing the
man,
Dougie, you know?
I'll let you take it over, bro. So you
Okay.
you let
Talk
me
your
know.
talk, bro.
You let
Talk
us
your
know,
talk.
bro. You let the whole world. know.
all right. So for all the friends, family, and the people who are watching me on my like little journey, I have a confirmed fight in Chestermere, Alberta, Canada, right? Hometown. And it's going to be June 30. So you guys just, if you want to watch, book it off. Come support. Come see some
100%.
really exciting fights. Because it's not just me. There's a few other pros and some amateurs too. It's going to be a pro-am event. And yeah, just come through. Chestermere Olympus.
Oh, we will be there.
We'll
baby.
be there 100%. I'll fly
June
out, baby, all
30th.
day.
Yeah,
Let's do this,
man.
baby. Come on, man.
His second pro fight, and
Second
now
pro.
you're home, baby.
Yeah.
In your hometown.
What are you? I'm assuming you're excited.
So excited.
Yeah.
Very, very excited.
Because when we were talking, you said it's been a struggle getting a fight. Was it mostly because of weight?
Yeah, wait. And it's just like the short week. Like I got like a few fight opportunities, but they're on like such like short notice. And obviously like it's hard for me to do training camp every day when I still have like stuff to do. I have life to
True.
deal with,
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? So it's hard to train the way I need to train when I fight, you know? So but now I have time. I have a few months, 2
So you
months,
do-
2 and a half.
June 30th.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a good
That's
fight,
a
man. Hell
Big
yeah.
news announcement on Triple M, bro. Shout out.
Let's
Yeah,
go,
bro.
baby.
Come through support. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, you'll know
gonna
we'll
be
be
fun.
there all day, man. All
Thank
day.
you.
Talking trash, baby.
The whole
Oh,
time.
man.
Stefan's in the back. He can say whatever he wants because he's not fighting.
I'm not fighting, yo. What the hell?
What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do, yo? Hit me right now.
I'm just watching.
Come on, bro. I'm just watching. I'm the Tito that knows a lot, but
knows a lot.
doesn't fight.
Just be the announcer.
Yeah,
Just
exactly. Right.
talk shit on the mic. You're about to get fucked up.
They'll hear it, you know?
Big news, man. Congratulations in
Thank
advance.
you.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
know
exciting.
you're gonna do good, and I can't wait.
Appreciate it. Hope
June
I do.
30th, baby. Tune in.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
So, next topic, man. This is with your experience, man. You've met a lot of people, a lot of trainers, a lot of boxers. When you mentioned, I looked at your story. Well, I mean, I already knew this story, but you've seen a lot of stars or a lot of great coaches that will go down
Everywhere.
in history.
Yeah.
Talk about that experience, man. You brick house boxing in North Hollywood, and you went to Wildcard in LA.
Yeah. So that was fun. I actually got the contact through like a client of mine that I used to train. Shout out her. Thank you for that, because I wouldn't be here if it weren't for that, right? So thank you. And so what that was like, it was like a dream, you know? Like
Oh man, come on.
yeah, like
Just the
training
vibe.
where the champions train, the top prospects train. It was just like see how they work, right? And the environment. It's just it's different for sure. It's very
100%.
different. Right.
So Wildcard, of course, you met Freddie Roach.
Yeah.
Who else was there?
I met Erwin Ancajas.
Oh, yeah.
too.
Shoutouts.
I met him, and I met this top prospect. His name's Katsuma. I sparred him.
Yeah.
I sparred him
How'd that
too.
go?
It was very good. Everyone was very surprised to see,
Wow.
because he was like
Oh, man.
7-0 at the time, but I think like
That's
5,
like
6
as a
knock-
pro? So he was
as
already a pro?
He was a pro
Wow.
from
Okay.
Japan. Yeah, he's very good. Very
Wow.
good guy. Yeah, very
That
tough.
must have been a fun experience, bro.
So
Just-
fun.
Just being around just greatness.
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah.
You know?
It feeds off you, man. Too like
Yeah.
Yeah.
the energy is crazy. So was there any like what tips or anything that stuck into that wild card experience?
I feel like the experience there was just a tough sparring, because that's where I sparred, right? And it was
Yeah.
just to see like where I was, like what level I was compared to like these pros with like 8 to like 10 fights.
Yeah.
You know, around there. And like I just knew where I stood based off like skill. So yeah, I learned a lot about myself, especially over there. But most of the learning I did was from Brick House.
Brick House.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brick House.
Yeah, Queer Brian Valoria, actually.
Shout out to
Thank
Queer
you for
Brian.
that. Yeah, just something money couldn't buy, man. The experience
Dude,
with
yes, no doubt.
He's a 4-time champion, Hawaiian Punch.
him. Yeah.
So yeah, talk. I mean, that's my next question. How was training with him?
So it was just amazing, bro. Like
That's been
words
surreal.
words can't explain, because you could see like why he accomplished so much, why he was a world champion, and why he did the things he did. You know, it was like the small adjustments and the small mistakes he saw, which like
Right.
surprised me. You know. And it was just like, yeah, it was beautiful to learn from him, especially out of
Directly, bro. He was on
Yeah.
pads
Yeah,
with you.
one-on-one,
Yeah.
easy, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was good. Made me just corrected me on like a lot of mistakes. Gave me a lot of advice in and out the ring. Obviously.
Yeah, that's
he's
crazy.
good.
You know what's funny? I was before I even knew who you were, I was watching YouTube, right? And I was just like browsing boxing videos. Then I see a video. I think it was ES News.
ES News
ES
reporting.
News.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Ellie Sekback.
It was,
Shout out.
it was crazy because I was just watching a video and I'm like, Brick House, Kent. I'm like, Stefan, do you know this guy?
I'm like,
He's like, bro, this is my homie. I'm like, what? Bro, like, how did that even happen? Because that's a big outlet, bro.
Okay, yeah.
Huge
the
outlet.
story is so funny. Okay, so like how it happened was I was just scheduled to train with Kuya Brian.
Yeah.
Right. And then I walked into the gym with my cousins just expecting to train.
Right.
So I get there, put my stuff on, my gear, just my boxing stuff, and then Ellie walks into the room. I'm like, oh shit. You know, I was like, oh shit.
Did you know him?
Yeah,
Come on,
I-
reporting.
I
reporting.
knew him.
bro.
I'm like, okay, so I was guessing he's probably gonna bring someone in, like
Yeah.
a world
Yeah.
champ or a prospect or someone sick, right? So I was just training there. We were talking a bit, right? I had the gloves on, hitting the mitts with Kuya, and then he just took the camera out, started recording.
That's his job.
I was like, this is for me. I was like, tangina shit. Like how do I?
What do I say?
Yeah, how am I supposed to act, right? Like,
Like, you didn't know.
No, not at all. He caught me off guard.
It's crazy. No, it's crazy because you're like, bro, I'm about to do pads with Queer Brian. Damn, was that
The camera's on me. The camera's on me. I was like, oh.
Ellie Sekback.
So nervous
He's a
for
legend.
that.
He's a legend, man. Reporting.
Shout out to
Yeah,
him.
he asked you. It was funny where he's like, we live in like igloos or something.
Yeah,
The
he's
frozen-
like, I'm
frozen land
surprised.
up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, you don't have an accent. I'm like,
What accent,
Yeah,
bro?
what accent?
What you talking about?
That's funny.
This accent?
Whips it out of nowhere. Oh, you're talking about this one, huh? It's right here.
Bro, that's probably another Cloud9 experience, bro.
Oh, it was. It was.
Who else was there in that gym? I know a lot of boxers train there, but when you were there,
When I was there, I don't know if you guys know like Scrappy Ramirez. Scrappy.
who's Scrappy? Is that
Sounds
Zurdo's?
familiar.
He's one of the short,
Okay,
smaller guys.
okay.
He's good too. Him, not many people that I
Okay.
knew of really. Just
Who
Kuya
was-
Brian.
If you can take one gem from Kuya Brian, that because I'm pretty sure he taught you a lot. What would be the one that will really stuck into you?
So okay, it was just learn the fundamentals, and with that you could be a world champ.
Simple,
Simple.
but really, that's what it is.
Yeah, no, it's true. You need to know the fundamentals, man.
Yeah.
The basics, like the basics wins the fight.
Yeah, it
All the
really
time.
does. It does.
Like you don't have to get too advanced with it,
on
man.
anything.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can
Right?
Bivol, bro. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Holy God, guess who you beat? Canelo, bro.
Canelo, easy. Well, I don't know if it was easy, but
It looked easy.
He earned it.
Yeah,
I
he
bet it's
earned
not
it.
easy, bro.
No, it's never-
But
it's never.
He looked
He
easy.
made it look
Yeah.
easy because
It's
he worked
crazy,
so
yeah.
hard, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
The
That's
training's got to
big.
be hard.
Because people they want the shiny stuff. They want the slip. You know,
Yeah.
they want all the knockouts and
all the
stuff.
shoes.
But
Yeah, you want to see all of that
fundamentals, yo.
all day.
Yeah.
That's
Like
a
a lot of people fight for highlights, I feel,
Yeah.
nowadays.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Right?
Because it looks
It's good. It's
It
just
does.
good. It's good
It-
for your PR. You know, like
No,
you
it-
just show it around and like people share it and all that stuff. It's nice.
When
It is.
Well, one thing when I was watching that Pacquiao fight, I forgot who he's fighting. Oh no, it was Hatton. When he knocked down Hatton like twice the
Yeah.
first round. Manny was looking for the knockout the whole second round, and he wasn't getting it until he actually stuck to the fundamentals.
Yeah.
And then boom,
It just came.
it just came. Yeah, exactly.
that's
You
true.
don't find it. It just when it's there, that's when you attack.
When you see the
It will come.
opportunity,
It will
you
come.
just
That's
take
what,
it.
Yeah, that's what I was taught. Just
Damn.
they'll look for it. It will come.
Yeah,
Right.
it will.
I like it, man. Let's talk about the future here, Kent. No, so you've been boxing for quite some time.
Yeah.
What are your goals for your boxing career in like the next 5-10 years? Like, what are some big things you want to accomplish?
So like, obviously want to be a champ of some sort. You know, be
Let's
champion.
go.
That's everyone's goal.
All
who
belts,
boxes,
baby.
Right. That's one of them. But the main thing is, in like deeper down the road, is I do want to open my own gym eventually. You know, and just like share my passion and just like give to the community. You know. give to the-
100% they're
yeah.
behind you, bro.
Yeah, no, we'll support every single way, man. Because opening a gym and just the way that you were able to like just push us through the workout, it shows that you're really about it. You really
Yeah.
love the sport,
Yeah.
right? And you can tell from anyone that's like there's a coach that's just there to give you a good sweat.
Yeah.
You notice that, right, Stefan?
Oh yeah, just there for the money.
Yeah,
That's it.
Just there. You're just a number,
Yeah.
right? Now, when you say you're giving back to the community, like how do you plan to do that?
Just like just to keep like just anyone who walks into my gym, you know, like just change them by just mindset too. Like just changing one person in a positive way can change so many others, right? And you feel like you could learn so much just from like boxing.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a metaphor of life, bro. That's what they say.
No, it does. So I feel that's how I want to help the community, I guess, by helping people with my gym. So like just play a positive impact in someone's life.
I like that, man. Especially like the younger generation that that
Especially.
have like a lot of trauma. You can use boxing as an outlet to just really, like you said, express yourself,
yeah.
right? And just take the built up anger in the gym instead of
the streets.
exactly,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Just imagine the impact you'll make, bro.
Big
Right? Respect.
difference, bro.
Yeah.
Respect, bro.
Respect for that,
It's
man.
more than boxing, baby.
It is.
Exactly, always is. Talking mindset. Because you
Mindset.
mentioned that you want to, just help a lot of people out with like mindset and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
with boxing, what's like the biggest, how do you say it? The biggest misconception with boxing? Because like, a lot of people, they think they have to go to boxing and they have to fight.
Yeah.
You don't have to. Like, what would you say is the biggest misconception and how would you fix it?
I feel like one of the biggest is like what you said, like, yeah, you have to fight. But no, you could do it like recreationally too.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like boxing isn't about violence. It's about more like discipline and understanding how fragile the human body actually is, a regular human compared to one that trains, right? So I feel like that's a common misconception where like even like with fighters or like a boxing gym, it feels like they are intimidating, but no, like if you meet like other fighters, they're actually
Nice.
one of the nicest people
Yeah.
you can meet. You know,
That's true.
And even like boxing gyms too, they're really welcoming.
I noticed the difference between like the basketball community. There's some basketball players sometimes, you know, if you just don't like someone, you don't mess with them.
Yeah.
Different in boxing because I guess it's a different respect when you're actually hitting each other.
I agree.
Yeah,
Right? Like
Yeah.
you can't be mad, bro, because you
No.
can't. Number one, you can't fight mad.
No.
But yeah, just hitting each
Exactly.
other, it just gives you that different respect because
It's a different bond.
yeah.
no, it is.
No?
It is.
I'll punch you in the face all day, but at the end of the day, I love you, bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like when I was fighting, most of the friends I made, we
Hit
beat
you in
each
the
other
face.
up.
Yeah.
You know, from sparring to fights, we end up just being friends and homies. So
Yeah, it's
a
respect
different
afterwards,
it
you
is.
know?
It's funny. It's funny how it works like that.
I like that.
That's how it always does. Yeah, that's it's a big community, but everyone knows each other.
Dude.
Because right now you guys was that Mendoza boxing in Olympus. You
Yeah,
just,
shout out
you guys,
Mendoza.
this is the first time
Yeah,
you guys are
shout out.
meeting, but
Yeah.
boom, you guys
We
already
had
had that
connects,
connection.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a really small community.
It is.
in a big country.
Yeah.
Second. So what advice would you give to someone who's interested in actually pursuing boxing?
So my advice is just start and use what I can or what you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That's what
just
I
like
did.
how I did.
Yep.
You know, like if you don't have access to a boxing gym, then just invest in the small things like hand wraps, pads, gloves. That's all you really need, right? And if you could like hang a sack of rice somewhere, fucking
Yeah.
outside on a tree, use it
True.
as a
Boxing
bag.
everywhere.
Everywhere. You could shadow box in like a small area, you know, do your thing. Like
Just gotta be resourceful, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Be
you don't
creative,
need
yeah.
much.
Well, you don't need much. You can even just do it without.
it's a
hand
poor
wraps.
man's sport. It is
Yeah.
a poor man's
Yeah.
sport.
So that's a good advice. A lot of people they always want to have. Okay, I need to have a gym. I need to have a trainer
No,
before
no.
I can start.
It
No,
would be nice to have those things.
it'll be nice,
like-
but it's bro. you
and
can
especially like in the age now, like there's social media and like you could get
It's
online coaches
easy,
easy.
Bro, your stuff, bro. I was watching your stuff on Instagram. I could learn from all this stuff.
yeah,
you know?
no, you can,
right?
you can.
Exactly.
You gotta do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the first step. That's the hard part.
Yeah,
You know, just actually just doing it because you can watch all day. You can be a viewer, but when it's time to actually like apply it,
Yeah.
bro, you gotta take the first step.
Yeah.
It's like driving a manual car.
Yeah.
You know what to do. You know what to press, but when you do it, guess what? You're stalling.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like it's muscle memory, right? So that's like
It
same
is.
as boxing. You know
Yeah.
what, like you know how to block it, do it then. You know,
Yeah.
and then you're like, why can't I do it?
Yeah,
Because
it's
you
true.
actually have to keep
Repetitive.
doing
to
it.
apply it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you have to apply.
Yeah, that's a good. This is a good segue because like I'm gonna ask you this question because it's just for my selfishness.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Go
you know?
ahead.
So when because I haven't had a first fight. I know Stefan, you're planning to fight soon once you're fully healed up.
Yeah.
I know when I almost had my first fight, the biggest thing that was going through my mind, the first 3 months, I was like, oh, I'm ready to fuck this guy. I'm gonna knock him out.
Yeah.
1 month in, I'm like, dude, I'm fighting.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually gonna get in this ring. I'm gonna take my shirt off and see my dead and all that. So I'm gonna punch this guy in the face.
You're dead.
I got nervous, bro. Like when you, what would be your advice to like someone that is looking to start competing? What's like the biggest advice you give for mindset leading up to an actual fight? Because everyone's gonna get those nerves. How do you
Yeah.
shake that off, man? Because the first month I had to call my coach. I'm like, bro, I'm tripping.
Yeah.
That's totally
First of-
normal, I think.
No, it is. But I think like the first thing you should do is trust yourself and not doubt yourself. Trust in the work that you put in.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, just always be prepared. You know, like if there's a doubt in your head, that means you didn't train hard enough. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's like my intake on it. You know what I mean? So like you just have to trust in your training, I guess, and just build good habits. Cause like even me, I get scared sometimes. You know, like my last fight, I was horrified. I was scared still. But it's all about just like kind of learning how to cope and deal with it. in a
Right.
way, weather the
Face your
storm.
fears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Face your
Exactly.
fears.
Because it's only human to feel that way. It's more of just like accepting it and embracing it. You know?
True.
Yeah,
That's true.
Because the other guy's feeling the same way, probably.
Oh,
90% of the
yeah.
time, right?
That's a good advice because a lot of people say no fear. Like,
No.
I know that's good, but bro, we're human.
Yeah.
Especially
It's just something we'll experience.
if
yeah.
you're fighting, that's a fight, bro. Like
Yeah.
you can train like one thing is you have to train hard so the fight is easy.
It's easy,
That's
yes,
good.
exactly.
Which is good, but human nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fight's easy, but now especially for your first fight, you've never experienced this, right?
Yeah.
So now you're like, okay.
I'm
Here
here.
it is.
Exactly, right?
Here we are.
Like here,
You gotta face it.
He's about to bleed. I'm about to bleed. Fuck.
Yeah.
Right? Because I remember my coach when I called him, he was like, "If you don't feel this, if you're not feeling what you're feeling right now, I'm gonna tell you not to fight, because it's totally normal to feel what you're feeling,
Yes.
right? Because if you're not feeling nervous, bro, why?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, are you a
It's like,
psychopath?
I was gonna say like, that's what my
You killed someone before, huh? This ain't nothing. This ain't new.
No, it was funny because that reminds me of one of my fights against Ireland. So I fought someone from Ireland. It was a Canada versus Ireland event. It was funny because like my coach is looking at me and I look calm. He's just like, bro, you good? You crazy? Like why aren't you? What? You not nervous? I'm like, I'm hella nervous. With a straight ass face.
I'm hella nervous.
I'm scared. Get me out of here. This guy came from another part of the world,
Oh,
man, the
bro,
other
he's
side of the world.
hungry.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like, bro,
yeah.
I gotta prove something.
Yeah, he's coming to your. He's you in the Philippines.
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
That's,
Poker face.
Yeah,
It's poker face, man.
that's been good, man. It's been a good hangout.
No, I know. I like this, man.
I love it.
I learned a lot because obviously someone that's wanting to compete.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad you
And just
did.
learning from you that like was just self-trained. You had you're just very resourceful.
excuses,
No
bro.
excuses, you know. And then that's how it should be if you do plan on competing. You can't blame anyone else but
yourself.
yourself.
at the end of the day. That's like the biggest takeaway. So like
Yeah.
if when I do end up competing, I just have to outwork everybody.
Yes.
Right? Because when I'm in the ring, it's my training that's gonna back me up. It's not my
Yeah.
coach. My coach can say whatever he wants, but
Yeah.
He's not punching.
He's not the one running,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Doing
he's
all the
not punching.
cardio.
Yeah, putting in the work. You're just gonna want it more than your opponent. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Amen, baby. That's it, dude. So you're fighting June 18th,
30. June 30th.
June 30th,
June 30th.
June 30th.
June
Let's
30th.
correct that. June 30th.
June
You're
30.
fighting
Yeah.
Chestermere.
Olympus Chestermere.
Yeah.
the one that
Olympus
we went.
Chestermere.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. Everybody, if you are in the area or you have access to, it's gonna be streaming.
Most likely, yeah.
If you have the $20 to stream this, you need to stream this and
Pay-per-view.
watch this man fight.
Oh, bro.
It's gonna
We'll
be
be there.
crazy. 100%.
Triple M's will be there.
Yeah, I'll make it worth it. I'll make it worth the
Oh,
money
you will.
for sure. Yeah.
Exactly.
Pleasure, baby.
Thank you.
It's a good episode,
I
man.
appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Follow him on our social medias.
Yes.
Where can they find you, man?
Plug you.
So on Instagram, it's Kent Polines, and then give obviously these guys a follow too. All my
God
followers,
bless,
you
baby.
know.
Come on.
So Kent Polines on Instagram, and then if you want to follow my boxing account, it's just
will.
Coach Kent Boxing.
We'll put that in the description.
Exactly.
Thank
all
you.
day.
One last question we'll ask everyone. Who should be our guest next on the podcast? And if you say their name, you got to help them out, bro. You got to get them here.
Oh man, let's come on.
In the future, I mean, it'd be sick to have Kuya Brian Valoria on here.
Oh, Kuya B, come on,
Yeah,
man.
him or this one cool guy I know, one of the nicest guys I know too. He gives to the community a lot. Alex Halat is the owner of the Chestermere Olympus.
Okay.
he's a good guy.
Done.
Very
Kuya Brian and Alex, man.
Yeah,
That's
come
it.
through.
bro.
Coming through,
Come
baby. So Kent, I appreciate you
Oh,
Thank
man.
you.
sharing
It's
this
been
money,
amazing.
bro. It's been amazing. Thank you,
Amazing,
brother.
man.
Thank you, Kuyas.
Hey,
Kuyas.
come on, man. Until next time, guys. My name is MP,
My name is SB.
and we got KP.
P.
Hey.
KP. And we're out, baby.
Boom.